Vobinish. 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 Vobinish.
Isn't that always the case? You always wind up somewhere where you least expect it, where you never, ever want to be. It's kind of like when you're on YouTube, and before you know it, you click a video, and then you click another video, and then you click another video, and before you know it, you're watching some guy fist rhinoceros all in the name of fucking science, and for whatever reason, you never went to Pornhub, so you stay there, and that's what you use to fucking masturbate to. I mean, what the fuck? Seriously, I mean, that shit just gets out of control. It's crazy. I mean, how the hell do I wind up in a Spanish-only fucking PC war barge? How? I don't know. How do we wind up on these weird places of fucking YouTube? Why is that shit even there? Here's an idea. Stop. Don't even watch the rest of this video. Click on some other related video, because there's going to be a couple other Dust514 YouTubers in the related video section for this video. And we all know who they're going to be. They're going to be King ThunderBolt and Saxonmish. Saxonmish. Here's the thing. I've played with both of these guys. I've played against both of these guys. And right now you could say they're probably the more famous Dust YouTubers. Pyrex doesn't play anymore, so he doesn't count. He's no longer in it, even though he was kind of like more my style. He just, showed you some easy win, and bam, that was that. He was a good player, though. Pyrex is a good player, but, his commentary was good. His voice, was enough to give you an erection, even if you were a woman. But everyone always gives King ThunderBolt hate because, well, that's just too long to get into. King ThunderBolt is a fucking tool. King ThunderBolt is just a fucking tool. Nice guy, though. Saxonmish, though, people like him, usually little kids, but then again, a lot of people are very resentful of Saxonmish because Saxonmish promotes, like, these huge KD high kill horde games, and it's usually because he's, like, in a suit with 1,000 armor, and he's got 5 lodges on him, and he's just chucking coordinates and using officer weapons or some shit like that. And people really, really hate that. They really resent him for that. They're like, oh, the only reason Saxonmish got 76 kills that game is because he's using the most OP fit of the month, blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing. Let's just put these two head-to-head. Let's put King ThunderBolt against Saxonmish. Both self-proclaimed good players. Obviously, Saxon is just better than fucking King ThunderBolt. That's the case. However, I will say that I probably hold more wins over Saxonmish than I do losses, but, I think he's even uploaded a couple times where he's played me against a squad or whatever. And, of course, he's going to upload it because he's winning. I don't think he's ever going to upload any of the losses we put down on him because the Blauhelma sind geil. Anyway, if King ThunderBolt's so good, self-proclaimed, and Saxonmish is so good, self-proclaimed, and everyone's making excuses for Saxonmish saying, oh, he's, obviously shooting against starter fits, and, his team is good to support him, but not good enough to take his kills, and he's using OP weapons, and everything's centered around him, blah, 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 blah. He's like doing a 2002 of the game. That's all true. That's all very true, but, if King ThunderBolt did the exact same thing as Saxonmish, King ThunderBolt isn't going to get 80, 70, 50 kills. He's just not going to do that. King ThunderBolt is a lower than average player. I mean, if he breaks 20 kills, he's considered to be doing good in the most opportunistic fucking situations. I myself am a player that if I have a 40 or 50 kill game, that's probably the best I can do. Those are my highs. I get them frequently, I get them enough, but usually when everything's going my way, the other team sucks, I'm using OP gear, I have a good team, I'm getting all the kills, I'm just in the rhythm. I'm only going to get 40 or 50 kills. I'm not going to be like Saxonmish and get 70 kills or some shit. Then again, I play a different style. A lot of times when you see me playing, I usually upload the game because it's got some form of interesting thing going on. At least to me, it's fun to watch because, like, PC is my favorite thing to watch on YouTube because, even though the guy that I'm watching it from his perspective, he may not be doing that good, but I like the framework of it. I like watching the teamwork of it. You don't get that in Saxonmish videos. You don't get that in King ThunderBolt videos. So when you compare the two, you really have to say, they're just pub stars. Well, you can't even call King Thunderbolt a pub star. He really is just a bad fucking player. He might brag, oh, he's uploaded more wins than anybody because he uploads like 10 fucking videos a day. But he might brag about having all these wins, but his weekly stats, his lifetime stats for win-loss ratio just don't reflect. My win-loss ratio for the week hovers around 300 because I just play to win. That's just how I do it. I rarely play pubs. I play fucking PCs and I play factionals, and that's it. And so I'm working with a 16-man team almost every time. And that's how I win. Sometimes I don't win, but that's okay. A lot of times when I play pubs, I don't win because pubs are a completely different animal. Because to be a pub star is way different to being a PC player. And a lot of people think, well, pub stars such as like Saxonmish aren't as good in PC, and vice versa. People like Kazuka Sniper can't cut it in PC. That's not necessarily true. It's just they chose to be good at a different faction or a different facet of the game. Winning a pub in this game, constantly, getting 70 kills in a pub at least once a week on a regular basis, I mean, doing that is not fucking easy in this game because of the bullshit, the matchmaking, you name it. So playing pubs in this game has its own host of challenges as opposed to playing PC, where the philosophy behind PC is, oh, you're playing against 16 organized players, and you assume that all 16 of those players are good because obviously each team is going to feel the best they can offer. That's not always necessarily the case. When you see a squad of Outer Heaven, or see a squad of Negative Feedback, or a squad of Blauhelma, or a squad of Third Rock, it's not necessarily going to be a stomping. I mean, it all matters on who you're actually playing from those corps. Not all corps are 100% pure elite players, you know. Not every time you play in a pub are you going to play to, you know, stomp the other team into oblivion. There's just a lot of differences there. But the whole debate of King Thunderbolt, Saxonmish, YouTubers not being as good in the game as they suggest, blah blah blah, it's fucking bullshit, because I've always said that people who think pubs don't matter are the people that probably shouldn't have their stats mattered or mentioned in anything, because people's KD, people's lifetime kills, people's lifetime win-loss ratio, that's 90% from pub stomping. That's, you know, proto pub stomping, ambush ganking, whatever you want to call it. So you can't really say in one breath, oh, I have an 8 KD, and then the next breath saying, oh, pubs don't matter. That's fucking bullshit. I do wish the game had PC stats as well as pub stats, as well as factional stats. I really wish they would have broke it down more, kind of like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, where they really broke down stats by the weapon, by the equipment, by the game mode. It was really cool. I thought, in case you don't know, you can actually file a support ticket on dust514.com asking for your stats in this game, and they'll give you some things that just aren't available in the game, like how many wins do you have, how many kill assists do you have, how many kill assists from a vehicle do you have in this game. It's all really kind of cool. You know, how many hours do you have played in this game. You know, it's really cool. So if you're gonna debate stats in this game, it basically comes down to who's played the most and the most seriously. Some of the best players in this game that you'll ever meet, such as Grandmaster Kubo, only have like a 2 lifetime KD. He has a 2 lifetime KD, yet he has 3 officer weapons named after him. So what is that, you know? Well, the only way you can get an officer weapon named after you is if you no-lifed it for a weekend. Well, then, is that not a skill? I don't know. I mean, there's too many variables to compare what's a good player, what is a bad player, and I'm obviously using Saxonmish and King Thunderbolt as kind of like a reference point or a talking point because most people can relate to them. Being called a Saxonmish, a Duna 2002, being called a King Thunderbolt in this game is usually widely considered an insult among the elitist players, but that is what it is. A lot of people think I'm a good player, and I will have to say that, yeah, I'm better than most players in this game. You know, I guess I am in the top 1% of the game. Not that that matters really any, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have a fucking stellar game every single time. I mean, I've seen the best players in this game fucking go ultra negative. I myself, on my record, have 2 games in my lifetime, one's a PC, one's a pub, where I went 1 in 17. 1 in fucking 17, you know, and it's like 1 in 17. I've accomplished that twice, and I remember those games, and I'll never ever forget those games. And as I think about it now, I'm like, God, there were so many exterior forces working against me. Well, you know what? Isn't that how it always works? When exterior forces are working against you, it's the game's fault. But when it's working in your favor, oh, you're just a fucking beast. It's total fucking bullshit. And if you want to compare Saxonmish to King ThunderBolt, to Mech's Dust Slayer, or Mech's Dust Slayer to Duna 2002, or Duna 2002 to Killed Again, to Kazuka Sniper, or Kazuka Sniper to Milkman, to Chicago Cubs, you name it. All the quote-unquote elite players of this game, you know, the Frost Kitties, the Cat Dogs, the Cat Mercs, the best Logis, the best rolls. I mean, there's so many factors that go into what makes a good player, what makes a Slayer, what makes an Assault, what makes a Taker, a Point Objective Holder, a Catwalk Camper. There's just so much fucking variables in online shooters to discuss what is a good player or whatever. So the next time you want to cut someone down on the battlefield, ask yourself, can I do what they did? If I was put in their situation with the exact same circumstances, could I do that? I know for a fact that I've never pulled a 70 kill game, and I know for a fact that I've played against teams that were so fucking easy that I just farmed them for fucking sport, and I've broken massive amount of kills, but I've never pulled a 70 kill game in this game ever. I haven't even come close. It's somewhere in the 50s and 60s range is my highest kill game, and those were, you know, very rare circumstances a long time ago. So I can't hate on Saxonmish for when he uploads that kind of gameplay, because I'm not capable of pulling it off. So you'll never see Saxonmish gameplay on my channel the way you see it on his. Then again, you'll never see King ThunderBolt gameplay on my channel like you see on his, because I don't like posting shit where I'm just killing starter fits and I'm going 19-1 in a fucking starter fit in a full squad with fucking officer weapons or some shit like that. To me, that's petty shit. I like exciting games against exciting players. A lot of people in this game always claim they like a good fight, but they really don't. I will hand it off to Saxonmish as I suck his dick one last time in this commentary, that if you give him a good fight, win, loss, or draw, he will respect it, he will like it. And that's what I like to do, is I like to give him a good fucking fight. I like to give everyone a good fight. I don't think that anyone who's ever played me or my familiar in my squad or my corp has ever said that I've gone down easy, which is quite astonishing, because if anyone knows me, they know I go down easy. Oh.